Are you ready to unlock the secrets of power and perception? Then this is the book for you, United States of Pimpin' by me, Don Kalam, the top 10 things I learned from pimping that applies to the corporate system. Here is where I bridge the streets and the boardroom with 10 raw rules from the pimp game and 10 eye-opening principles for life and governance. I will challenge everything you thought you knew. Discover uncomfortable truths that will make you rethink love, loyalty, and leadership. It's time to reclaim your identity, your sovereignty, and navigate life's games with strength and awareness. United States of Pimpin' is more than a book. It's a call to action for your journey to freedom and empowerment. Don't just play by the rules, rewrite them. Get your copy today and transform the way you see the world. Pre-order your copy now on Amazon by searching Don Kalam, United States of Pimpin'. Much peace and love. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. You're now rocking to the sounds and vibrations of your boy, Don Kalam, also known as Malik Kalam. As always, prosperity is your divine birthright. We're just letting y'all get some of this serenity with the boy. You feel me? About to spark up. We live in that off-grid private life, man. This is it. Just getting my mind right. Then you know that prosperity is truly your divine birthright, but it's all about the private life. It's all about the private life. I will have the number back out to the public. Tell everybody to text private life to 702-200-4900. It's been down for a few weeks. I ain't been dealing with it. I needed a break. I'm out here in the country. I'm out here off grid living a private life. We out here by the water. Just listen. That's peace and quiet, man. That's serenity. That's what I needed. I needed a break from the public. You already know once I spark up, I'm about to drop that game. We've been living that private life, loving it. Out here with the wife and kids. It's been beautiful. I want everybody to understand this. I'm not a licensed attorney or tax expert. I do this for educational and informational purposes only. And sometimes it can be quite entertaining. Before I get started, everybody, let me know where you tapped in and tuned in from. Rep your city. What city you in? I'm out here off grid in Missouri. I've been out here the last couple of weeks. It's been so beautiful. We got New York in the building. Columbus in the building. Thanks for rocking with us. I'm about to drop that game. We got Maryland in the building, Baltimore in the building. I was out here last night, about 2 in the morning. It was just filled with deer. It was just all deer everywhere. That's how you know it's official. You see the Kalam tatted on the hand. We got Phoenix in the building. See? The information I bring to the public through the internet, because truthfully, the World Wide Web is a public domain. Think about it. You're truly not even supposed to bring private information to the public like this. The way I drop it down. The way I break it down for everybody. But you could start with grammar. Your name spelled in all capitalized letters on your birth certificate and social security card. Some people say this has nothing to do with anything. It's the spell better or whatever. When you understand grammar, you understand that is a lie. They even have the styles and printing publications. Look at the butterflies. Beautiful. They have the style printing manual. They tell you anything in all capitalized letters is a business. Your name is a business. There's something called a natural person, and there's something called a legal person. And when you accept these contracts, that puts you under a legal jurisdiction. It makes you a legal entity. And private families know this, because when private families come into this game, so to speak, they call it the matrix, right? The matrix. Private families know to make a trust. That's why they call them trust fund babies. And even public families know to make a trust. It's called a Social Security trust. Let me know that everybody follows me this far. Does everybody understand? 100 fire emojis. It makes sense so far, Don. Well, I know this already. Let me know where you're at. We're out here living this private life. It's making sense. Okay, it's making sense for everybody. Let me know if you're new to this. I also want to know if you're new to this information. Damn, I should unlock the door. I'm dropping game for y'all. We got a few people that are new to this. So there's something called a natural person, and then there's something called a legal person. The legal person, a natural person doesn't need anything. Look how the Amish are a great example. The Amish are a great example. We don't feel those things. Y'all sit still. Drop this game for y'all. I just want y'all to know we live in that motherfucking private life. Alright? So, let me try to explain this best for my new people, because we got some new people in the building. And I appreciate y'all rocking with Don Kalam, but Don Kalam's advanced. He's not for the new boys. You hear me? If you're looking for basic stuff, don't come to Don Kalam. All right, but you can get the book, Understanding Sovereign versus Citizen or Sovereign, Understanding Political Status Correction by Don Kalam. All right, go get that book. So I want you to understand this, or understand this. The terminology that you're looking for in commerce is called amalgamation. Amalgamation, and that's when you're merging a natural person and a legal person. Now you just become a part of their jurisdiction. It's called amalgamation. That's the trustee training words. We about to go on the whip, y'all. Hold on, let me put the blood out. Get smoking in the back. What's my? I might need to roll some more. Bear with me. My family's still sleeping. They slept in today. I'm Amalgamation, though. Look this word up. Let me know if you've heard of that terminology before. Kicked it last night, you hear me? I kicked it. Alright. Get y'all set up here. Like some screen on. I'm about to draw some game, man. Y'all ask questions, I'm gonna kick y'all out. I don't care about nothing y'all got going on in life. I'm bringing y'all free game. I'm on a live bringing y'all game that you never heard. You learn a game, I got new people here. Shut up and take notes or get the fuck out of my life. It's that simple. You see a real nigga dropping game, give me y'all game. Look at their life and that's how far they can take you. Right? So when you coming on my lives, I'm bringing knowledge to the public, free of charge. Free of charge. Minimum my charge is $2,000 an hour. To get you right. To get you right. Because the private families ain't coming knocking on your motherfucking door. This is a private education. This private education handed down by private families. And they're not coming knocking on your door. So when you come to my lives, why are you asking a bunch of fucking questions? Those are called consultations. Ask your mama, because that's free. Ask your dad, because you can ask them free. Because your family was supposed to give you this information. Not Don Kalam's fucking family. But I'm sitting here doing it. I'm sitting here coming to the public, on the public airwaves, bringing you private information. Risking it all. Risking the safety and well-being of my family. Because do you think private families want you to know any of this? Like I said, they're not coming to your door. They create so much shit for you to sign up for free because you got the fucking free mentality mindset. And it always leads you to bullshit. Tell me how many people get rich off a high school diploma. I'll wait. How many people get rich off a college degree? I will fucking wait. No. You're going to be in the credit game. You're going to be in debt for the rest of your motherfucking life. That's the game. The drop a fire emoji 100 if you agree with that information. So when you see somebody commenting and asking questions, tell them to shut the fuck up. Don Kalam is preaching. Take notes or get the fuck out the live. Because I'm bringing this information free to you. Like literally all week this last week, I sat down and talked to millionaires all week. All fucking week. I don't get no breaks. Literally, I come to the public and bring this information, y'all. I don't get no breaks. I don't even have time for my own family. I got to pencil in my own children in my life. Your mom was supposed to teach you this. Your dad's supposed to. Do I look like your mom or your daddy? I don't even have mine. So with that being stated, there's a lot of things I don't have. And I still continue to bring this information to make sure families get to where they need to be. To start from the bottom and get to the top. Because it's all the mentality and the mindset. And you get the information by producing results in the private. Investing in yourself in the private. Ain't nothing in this world motherfucking free. You got to put in the work. Or you're going to have to pay. It's that simple. Because like I said, your parents, this was your family's job. Your family's job. These are private families. Private education. Information handed down with families. And obviously you're not part of that circle or part of that family. So get in where you fit in because they're not going to invite you to the fucking party. And you're going and asking fucking questions in the public. Because you don't know how to rely on your own understanding. Your own understanding and understanding. You don't know how to fucking think. And that's what it be. You motherfuckers don't know how to think for yourself. You think a motherfucker is supposed to think for you. That's the problem. A nothing for something mindset. Fair exchange is not robbery. A workman is worthy of his hire. Shut the fuck up. Take notes. I'm giving y'all game. This is for my family, not yours. Preserve your own family. You understand? I've been out here building up tribes and churches for years. 10 plus years been in this game. Been studying law for 17, going on 18 years. Amalgamation is the word. Amalgamation. These are trustee training words. These are trustee words that you must over and understand. Because when you're in the private game, you gotta learn how to talk right. Ain't nobody talking about no fucking straw man. Ain't nobody talking about no birth certificate, social security card. We don't even play those games. An entity can do what a person can except vote. An entity can do exactly what a legal person can except vote. A natural person doesn't vote because they're natural. They're of the land. They don't play the game. A legal person is an individual company or other entity which has legal rights and is subject to obligations. A natural person is distinguished from the broader category of a legal person, which may be a private or public organization. So a private organization is considered a natural person in their game. And you must know how to maneuver your natural person correctly. And your legal person. But with amalgamation, you put them together. That's what it means. You merge the two.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Peace and love, it's your boy Don Kalam, and welcome to Dream Keepers Radio, that private life podcast. You're here, tuned in with your boy, and this is brought to you by Follow the Yellow Brick Road by Don Kalam. Search the book on Amazon now. Go get the book and uncover the matrix and how the United States is operating in the financial marketplace. Much peace and love. Y'all ask questions, you get kicked out my live. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I should have to keep repeating myself for that. With the way you come into the game is considered a controlled tactic. Okay? When you are born and your mother signs this birth certificate, that's the start of the amalgamation, because you was a natural person. You was a living flesh blood being. So this is a control tactic in the hospitals with the public person, okay? With the legal person. You think about public, you think about government. You think about public, you think about government. I think about public defender. I think about public housing. Public assistance, public sector. I want everybody to look this up on their own. Public sector, the part of the economy that is controlled by the government. So what does the private sector mean? That's the part of the national economy that is not directly under government control. The part of the natural economy that is not under direct government control. You got private attorneys, you got public attorneys. You got public practice, you got private practice. And I'm talking about your doctors. Which person are you? Because if you're under the public sector, whether it's a public practice, they're going to public practice on your ass. Because that's part of the game. They're there to protect the private. Most of y'all don't know how to be a private family and go to your local hospitals. You got to learn how to be on that donor wall from the family trust. And that's game right there for all of you. I don't care if it's $100, $200. You must be on that donor wall or they're going to public practice on your ass. We don't need insurance. Medicaid is for the public. Let me finish smoking this. Let me know if this is making sense, everybody. Drop a 100, fire emoji. I need to know that this shit is registering, all right? A lot of people don't understand title. A Mr. is a title. Mrs. is the title. Being black is a title. So taxes follow title. So I want you to understand this. It's can own nothing, control everything. Own nothing, control everything. So when you're coming into the game, you got to understand that the Social Security number is a public trust. And when you're signing up with the Social Security number and you're putting assets with your Social Security name, your number and the name, you're putting your social down on it. That is making that a public asset, and now you're the owner, and now you're liable. And now you have to pay the taxes because taxes follow title. That means you came from an uninformed family because informed families know not to go get the Social Security number, or at least if they do get it, they're going to maneuver it correctly and not put assets under the Social Security name. They're going to just make it a worker. That's what it's used to do. You can create your own government, you can create your own tribe, you can create your own church, and you can make this social sign up for your government. We're in a United States. That's free enterprise. It's the land of the free. If they can do it, you can do it better. It's your family. And that's how you have to think. Because that's what they do. You either came from an informed family or an uninformed family. Informed families know not to mix business and personal. Informed families know that everything is business. Informed families understand that everything is business. Peace and love, peace and love. 1 second, y'all. Is everybody following along so far, though? Is this all making sense? When you ask questions, I kick you out. All right. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. So, back to informed families and uninformed families. Which family did you come from? Most of y'all came from uninformed families. That's why you're in the public searching for answers. And some people do come to the private. There is private corporations in the public. They got websites, okay? When you have a website, it does make you public, but it doesn't make your business public. You can still be private. So that's the great thing about living in America. But I need you to understand, in America, all your business is private. They're making, all their citizens, they make millions and millions off of. That's why they're trillions in debt. They're trillions in debt to the people. They don't owe it to nobody but the people. You think they're in debt with China, which they owe, and these other countries, but they owe the most to the people. A lot of people don't understand energy. They don't understand how it attaches to the currency, but that's a whole different level, and we're not going to get on that today. What I'm talking about is amalgamation and how you mix your natural and legal person together. And now you're commingling funds. Now you're mixing funds. Now you're mixing energies. Personal and business. You're mixing personal and business. Now you're liable because you got a social security number, you signed this birth certificate, your family signed you over, and you keep signing up for the shit. This program is voluntary. I'm going to throw this out here one more time until y'all understand. This program is voluntary. Well, how do I get away from the social, Don Kalam? Well, stop using it. Stop using it. They use trust. One way is a private trust. Unincorporated associations. 501c1As. Private membership associations. Private ministry associations. Same thing. Pass-through entities such as holding companies and LLCs. We even use living trusts. It doesn't always have to be irrevocable. A living trust is irrevocable upon the grantor's death, especially if you set it up correctly in South Dakota. There's a lot of game for you right there. Do your own research. Offshore holding companies. Offshore trusts. A 501c1A ministry trust is a 501c1A in America, but maybe it's something else in a different country. People go to different countries and missionaries all the time. How are they getting money in that country? Oh, because you don't have to be a citizen to set up a ministry. Who says that these uncontacted, key words right here, uncontacted tribes don't believe in God? And if one day they want to come into commerce, how do they open a bank account? How do the Amish operate without a social security number and birth certificate? Because they're in commerce. They have businesses out here. They go get cars. They be traveling. They get plane tickets. Am I lying? Can I get a 100? Can I get some fire emoji? You're right, Don Kalam. I'm surrounded by the Amish right now. I'm in Amish territory. I smoke Amish weed. The Amish will trade with private individuals. The Amish will trade with a natural person. It's just barter and trading. I bet they don't own nothing. I bet it's part of the Amish community. Y'all remember the terms. Y'all are old enough to remember the terms trust fund babies. Y'all used to make fun of their trust fund babies when all along you are part of the public trust fund. You're the public trust fund baby. The Social Security trust funds are financial accounts in the U.S. Treasury. It's the old age survivor insurance trust. The Old Age Survivors Insurance Trust, the OASI. Google this. And this fund pays retirement and survivor benefits in a disability insurance trust fund. And this is off the Treasury account. Directly off the Treasury. So when they're talking about the Treasury accounts and all of this is what you're doing. Anytime you're paying Medicaid, all this shit, you're investing into a private trust that you have nothing, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing. Because who runs the government? Who runs that government? You say it's the government. It's not your government. You didn't create it. Your family's not on it. Your family picture's not on it. It doesn't represent your family at all. It doesn't represent your people at all. But you want to say this is your government. These are private families, and your family's not part of it. They're not knocking on your fucking door and telling you come to the meetings. Anything you talk about does not change. You can go petition all the fuck you want until you create your own sovereign mindset and sovereign way of thinking and learn how to opt out and create for your own. You'll never have a place in this world. You'll always be a U.S. citizen, which means United States business. And 28 U.S.C. 3002, section 15A, United States means federal corporation. Yes, look it up. Just Google this. United States business means U.S. citizen. Hold on. I'll do it for you. Don't even worry about it. Because I know most of y'all not going to do it because y'all lazy. So y'all can get the code and write it down. It's 15 USC 4724 E1. 15 USC 4724 E1. Just type that in. The term United States means a United States citizen, a corporation, partnership, or other association created under the laws of the United States, or of any state, including the District of Columbia or any Commonwealth territory or possession of the United States, or a foreign corporation. The Social Security is a cestui trust. It's for the beneficial use only. And that's why you will always be the tax. You will always be taxed for it. That's why you go to jail and you always have to pay the tax. And they benefit as the trustees for the taxation trust, the Social Security trust, because you didn't set up your own private family foundation. You didn't set your own private family trust correctly. You're not operating and working for the family. Y'all are divided. As united we stand, divided we fall. This is for the family here. The bigger picture. And if your family won't listen, it's up to you to be the savior, all right? It's up to you to walk by faith, not by sight. It's up to you to be the leader. It's following the leader. Because nobody's going to believe you until you get in that bag. You understand? Ain't nobody going to listen until you're showing results. Because I'm telling you right now, everything is just tax credits. Everything is credits and debits. And it's up to you to maneuver correctly and get those tax credits. Think about this. When you go to the bank, you put in a debit and they give you Federal Reserve notes. That means that's a negative. That's a negative. Money's a negative. Now, when you go to the store, they say debit or credit. So you could be claiming those credits you just gave the store. Credit is a loan, ain't it? Don't they give you credit from your Social Security number? Anytime you go get to the bank and you want to go get some credit, you give them your Social Security number. That you think, well, it's not yours, it's theirs. And because you didn't come at it as a private family, private individual, you don't know how to access this, operate it, assess the charge, do the accounting correctly. It's called private banking for a reason. All right? Debits and credits, that's all it's about. Double bookkeeping entry. Learn accrual accounting. Accrual accounting. Accrual accounting. I just gave y'all some key words there. This Social Security makes you an owner. It's that simple. When you're operating from the Social Security standpoint, that makes you the owner. This motherfucker works for me. Hey, can't you make an EIN, employee identification number? That's who you signing up for. All right? You make this motherfucker work for the family. That's the only way to go about it. Nothing else makes sense. At all. When you understand truly what a natural person is, I don't know why this stuff is so hard. A natural person has to apply for a number to do business and commerce. I'm going to let that sink in. A natural person has to apply to do business and commerce. And instead of just applying for an EIN, most natural people apply for an SSN.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Are you ready to unlock the secrets of commerce and build an empire that lasts for generations? Look no further. Introducing $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kalam, your official guide to the private and public side of commerce. In this groundbreaking book, Don Kalam reveals the strategies and insider knowledge you need to create and protect your wealth. Learn how to navigate the intricate world of commerce, master the art of building an empire, and secure a lasting legacy for your family. Get your hands on $1 Million Worth of Game today and embark on a transformative journey toward financial abundance. Don't miss out on the opportunity to build your empire and secure a prosperous future for generations to come. Get ready to conquer the world of commerce. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kalam, your ultimate guide to building an empire and leaving a legacy. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kalam. Available now. Get your copy and start your journey to generational wealth.
That makes sense? hope that makes sense. Let me know it makes sense to everybody. The natural person has to apply for a number to do business and commerce. I need everybody to write this down for sure. Understand this. Understand this. Understand this. You are already engaging with the trust system. Everyone here, you're on the live, you got the you got the cell phone, you got the Instagram account, whatever, you are already engaging with the trust system. Everything is trust. Every informed family knows that they're operating in trust. Every informed family understands that they're engaging with the trust system. You ask questions, I'll kick you out. It's about learning how to operate in a tax-free position and handing down the wealth tax-free. That's all it's about. Learning how to hand this wealth down tax-free. And how do we do this? We do this with our family trust. We do this with our family operations. Now, in the private, we're not going to call it family because family means house servant. And I'll get deeper on that in the private. We're not going to talk about it today. A key word to use is clan. I'm not saying the Ku Klux Klan, but I'm saying your family clan. The last name is the clan. The Kalam clan, you feel me? So, the last name is the wealth. And a lot of people don't understand that your name is the wealth. That's why they got you out here with 10 baby daddies. Got 10 different last names. Ain't nobody coming together. Everybody's separate. You got to understand the last name is the wealth. So when you die, you can hand down your wealth publicly or you can hand down your wealth privately. And when you hand down the wealth, well, most of y'all don't got wealth. And this is what I'm talking about. You need to learn how to create wealth. When you learn the name is the business, you can start learning how to maneuver correctly and tapping in them tax credits. Because no matter what you do, as soon as you wake up, you hit a light switch. You hit that water. You're making somebody rich, and you got to learn how to tap into that. All right? You need to start living for your family and other people instead of making. Listen, the government controls the water. And I just told you the government is private families. The government controls your lights. So I just told you the government is private families. That's not, it's really not a government. It's a business. United States means federal corporation, so you better understand the business. When you die, what are you handing down to your family? When your parents die, what are they handing down to you? What your grandparents hand down to you? If they're not handing down shit but bills, you need to step away from that and start realigning your way of thinking because you're part of a curse. All right? Yeah, that's not what royalty does. That's not what God's people do. God's people will inherit the fucking earth. You can't tell me you live for God. You can't tell me you're doing God's work if you're not handing down nothing to your children. And that's just how I look about it. That's my belief system. Because I know what I read. I know what I was taught. Paying taxes is not for everyone. Taxes is for those who come from an uninformed family. Taxes is for those who come from an uninformed family because my informed families ain't worried about no taxes. If there's no trust or will, it will be in a testate position and it will go through probate, which is court process. That's why I call it probation. You're fighting for your will and trust. And all that is the basis of our court system today. So the first key of an informed family, which creates wealth, the first key of wealth is the correct tax position. Our family never receives income or funds directly. We create a separate, distinct entity that receives money for our family. Individuals cannot hand down wealth. I'm going to say that again. An individual cannot hand down wealth, but a family trust can. Let me know an individual that hands down wealth. Or was it families? It's the Waltons. It's the Rockefellers. It's the Kennedys. These are families that are handing down wealth. Families. It's not just one individual. There's so many different types of trust, and this is why I say invest in your private education with an informed family, such as the ones that I do with my private trustees. And I teach you how your last name is the asset. In the public, they don't teach the importance of your last name. Michael Jordan, that's Jordan. Jordan shoes on, everything. I'm wearing it. Jordan. Socks. Shirt. Trump last name is the asset. There has to be a person to take over the family expenses, so the bills are now considered deductibles. You have to have property management. In the public, they don't teach you the importance of your last name. Ask questions, I'll kick you out. Y'all see this right here? School.com/Don Kalam. SKOOL.com/DONKILAM. Sign up for the school. There you can book a consultation. Just hit me in the chat directly at the school. In America, you have to understand that the families hold wealth. It's families. It's families' trust. You work for the family. It's not about you. It's always about the family. You get tax credits and tax deductibles when you understand this, that your name is a business and it belongs to the family. The family owns that intellectual property. When your mom signs a birth certificate, she's handing over your name. Now it's the given name. We gave you this name because it's no longer yours. Because your mom gave it to the government. So with the Social Security number, this trust gets taxed differently in different jurisdictions. When you create a private entity, you can operate tax-free in almost any jurisdiction worldwide. This is called tax avoidance, not tax evasion. And that's Article 1, Section 10, the right to contract privately. Let me know if this makes sense for everybody. Let me drop a 100 fire emoji, say it makes sense. I want you to know it's hard to sue a private entity. But when you're dealing with the Social Security number, now the government can seize your assets and you can be sued for the property. So I'm just dropping a little game for y'all. That's a lot to digest today. A lot of game, and I could keep going. But I got to get ready for the day. I got a lot of stuff to do. It's your boy, Don Kalam. Y'all can tap in if y'all want to book a consultation. Go to school.com/Don Kalam. That's SKOOL.com/DONKILAM. You have to be part of my private community, and then you just hit the chat, and we can book a consultation. But tap in and tune in, and understand that prosperity is your divine birthright. Much peace and love.
In a world where borders can limit opportunities, one book dares to challenge the norm and empower foreign nationals like never before. Introducing Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by best-selling author Don Kalam. Did you know there is a difference being a citizen and national? This is for foreign nationals seeking to expand their horizons. Do you dream of obtaining a diplomatic passport and the freedom it brings? Don Kalam reveals the secrets to unlocking diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Discover why you are already a foreign national, learn the steps to obtain a diplomatic passport, and explore how you can be recognized by numerous nations on your diplomatic journey. Most never knew they could have diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. This book is a game changer for anyone seeking freedom and recognition on the international stage. Get your copy of Can't Touch This today and embark on a journey towards diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Order your copy now and unlock the power of diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by Don Kalam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.